Hi, you found Rising Faith Forever, and this is a tarot reading. A tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Fun fact about Taurus is your birthstone is Emerald. Woo! So awesome. So how are all my Tauruses doing? Are you guys doing good? Hopefully your reading will give me some indication of how you guys are all doing. So this is going to be a tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Also for you cross watchers, dealing with the Taurus, not dealing with Taurus, just resonating, or if you just want to watch, fine with me. So this is just going to be a past, present, and future tarot. Oh, that's too many cards. So my Taurus. This is interesting. This is interesting. All right, so first card is the King of Cups. Usually, the King of Cups represents a person. In your past, looks like there was a king, King of Cups. I believe the King of Cups. I'm just gonna read up on that just to confirm. But I believe it has like that father figure energy. Now, of course, all the tarot cards are both swap. Like they could be, even though it's King of Cups, it could be a female that represents the King of Cups. Like she could have a lot of the traits of King of Cups as a female. So these are not gender specific. Whatever gender fits for you, that'll be the one you guys go with, okay? So let us see. King of Cups. Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 sec. Scrolling through these. All right, King of Cups. Affliction comes to us not to make us sad, but sober. Not to make us sorry, but wise. Henry Ward Beecher. I guess that was a quote. So yeah, sometimes, things happen to us. People come into our lives for reasons. And sometimes it's not always to make us sad. It's to sober us up to a realization that we're not dealing with the right thing in that circumstance. Not to make us sorry, but wise. So maybe there was a person that had this quality, came into your life in the past, and it left you feeling, okay, so someone who is driven by emotion, art, and relationships. So it looks like you guys came together for something. You were connected at a point emotionally, or artistically, shared a hobby or something that you like to do, a favorite pastime. And maybe, and shared relationships. You could have had mutual friends with this person. And I'm going to read a little summary on it now. The grand patriarch and generous host, this is how the King of Cups sees himself. Indeed, it is how the world views him as well. He is a doting father, loving grandfather, jolly uncle, and devoted godfather. Again, this could be female too. People, even his family and friends, may think that his relationships lack intimacy. But these connections are vitally important to the structure of his life and his self-image. He would rather sit back and watch his loved ones have a good time than actively participate in the shared activities. This does not render his attachments superficial. Below the jovial surface, his emotions run just as deep as the Queen's. The Queen of Cups, they're referring to. If he seems more detached or less emotional, it is because he has blended perspective, gained over time, and through experience with the raw feelings of his heart. In many ways, this makes his emotional life deeper and much more complex than it appears. Relationships and art of all types create ties and bonds of emotion that circle his heart. And he is driven, like no other king, by his heart. The tapestry is so complex that if you tug one thread, you would be hard-pressed to determine what else will be affected. In this way, he appears more unpredictable and inscrutable than the other kings. If you want to understand the King of Cups, you must follow the tangled maze of relationships and emotional responses to his core. There you will find all his values, and there you will learn how to relate to him. Okay, so this could be a female or a male. I'll leave it up to you guys to determine what the relationship is, whether it's romantic or not. But I do have a hint with that present card there. So we do know that whether female or male, this person came into your life, and perhaps this person seems very disingenuous to you for some reason, maybe, perhaps, or they became disingenuous. Maybe in the beginning they were open and then they kind of closed off. Maybe something triggered past relationships and they started treating you in a unfair way, Taurus. Maybe they started treating you like I don't know, but it made you sad, but it also sobered you up to their bullshit. It made you feel like, well, I shouldn't say bullshit, but like, you're smart, Taurus. You can sense when something's just not good for you, when it's not comforting and in line. And there was things said between this person, and that wised you up to whatever this relationship is. So now when I read the description, I want you to think about it again, that this person likes to have a lot of people around them. So perhaps you guys share certain social circles with this person. This person could have been a partner, could have been a lover, could have been a friend, a new arrival. It could have been, I'll leave you to fill it in, or a parental figure. I'll leave you to fill in the blanks, but because it's going to be different for every person. But whether it's male or female, it will embody the King of Cups. And you can read up different, on Google, different views of the King of Cups, to gain different little hints and perspectives of different interpretations that might give you a hint as to who this person might be for you if you're having troubles. But this next card is your present, and it's got me a little worried, Taurus. What have you gotten yourself into? like the Five of Wands, it looks like a battle. Maybe whatever happens between you and this King of Cups, it's caused your friends or your social circles or your work life, or it's chaotic, whatever it is. I'm going to read it up. But it is chaotic, Taurus. I feel so bad for you. Like, that's not good for your present situation. I mean, nothing is really bad or good. I mean, it's all learning curves. But, I mean, if you are in this vibe right now, I mean, to some degree, you're feeling like there's attacks, or there's so many difference of opinions, or maybe you're all collaborating on a work project, and it's just everybody's like black, white, purple, blue, pink. It's like you can't figure out where, and as a Taurus, you're kind of like, let's get it on. Like, you're stable, like, in that drive that you're just like, you're restless in that, like, you know, the fighting has taken up time, you know, and perhaps, you know, you're like, oh, you know, you're picking up arms too, because you're like, I need to fight along with, or you know, but there's definitely something very, there's definitely opposition, and you're feeling a little bit like you're under pressure of, so let me see, Five of Wands. Let me see now, see what I can do for you, Taurus. You're in a little bit of a jam in this position, aren't you? That's okay. We gonna get out of it. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. This too shall pass, Taurus. This too shall pass. Five of Wands. A little friendly competition never hurt anyone, right? Right, Taurus? You know this. You're not that you don't particularly like competition, but you've been known to thrive off it. You've been known to rise above. You've been known to stand your ground. Not many people win against you in a fair fight, so to speak. Conflict. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, Taurus. There's a lot of conflict. You might be feeling like it's hard to determine who's friend or foe, or you know, in this particular present situation. Maybe, and if you didn't know before, I believe it has a lot to do with whatever exchange happened with this King of Cups, whether it be female or male. You'll know the situation more yourself, Taurus. But it did not begin as a battle. No, nothing as destructive as that. Indeed, the intent was to work together. There's a betrayal thing happening there. Indeed, the intent was to work together for a common goal. But people with distinct approaches to the matter tended to collide. Each has his or her methods, represented by their different wands, and are likely quite talented. Unfortunately, the styles do not work easily together, and the strong personalities all vie to take leadership. Okay, there's definitely some leadership and people struggling to be right. The chaotic energy found in the number 5 fans and the enthusiasm of the wands into flames. Comparisons and opinions grow more heated. Suddenly, assertive people become aggressive. Yeah, there's a fine line. See, assertive is like asserting a role in authority. But there's a fine line between assertive and aggressive, and I hope it doesn't get like physically aggressive. But if it has already, like this might be happening now. Just depending on your timeline, it could have just happened. It could be happening, or it will happen soon. But the Taurus knows that if you're in this situation and if this is resonating, you'll know what I'm talking about. The chaotic energy found in number 5 fans the enthusiasm of the 5 of the wands into flames. Oh, so that's hot. Those sticks are on fire. Not the best situation. Suddenly, assertive people become aggressive. Verbally bandying turns physical. All constructive impetus seems lost, burdened to a cinder in the ensuing melee. The Five of Wands is the element of fire at its most unpredictable, and therefore most dangerous. There are too many unknowns and chaotic variables to make rational decisions. If you find yourself in this situation, fight if you must, but if possible, pull out of the fray. The sooner a situation ceases to be fed, the sooner it can die down. Once this energy stabilizes, you can assess the situation and move ahead more rationally. In addition, by removing yourself from active participation and just observing others. See, I know it's going to be hard. Whatever thing you did in the past, whatever you, it's all on fire now, so to speak. Everybody's kind of whipping their own ideas at it. And your future card is Empress. And I'm going to read that one because the Empress has a very interesting read. But I believe the Empress has clues on how to handle the situation more to work out, or in its current situation, it'll work out that way. I always hope it works out the best way for everyone. So I hope it doesn't affect the way I do the reads, but I know even if it doesn't work, even if this wounds you, Taurus, you're strong. Your body is so strong. Your mind and body and physiology is so strong. You can definitely come back stronger. And you know what? Whatever is destroyed in the fury and in the tussle was meant to be. So it can leave you to meet somebody else that, see, she holds magic in her hand, that can grow a new situation. So I'm going to try to get a card now so I can confirm it you. Okay, it must be all the way at the top. Oh my. Okay, one sec. Okay, here we are. Alright. The Empress. Well, whoever she is, male or female energy, could be both, but typically the Empress does embody a type of feminine energy. That doesn't always mean that, so if it is a male, they won't seem like, well, of course, there's no typical norm anymore, but they're not going to come off as like your typical person. They're going to be a little bit magical. And maybe that's a bit interesting for you, Taurus, because you're usually really grounded. You tend to pick stuff that comes off in your niche. But this person came off in your niche and then was just wanting to collect you, it seemed, and wanted you to do their dirty work for you or something, it seems, maybe, perhaps, in that way of looking at it. And perhaps this person is a little bit more open to the world and not as closed-minded and petty to you, and they can give you that open-minded and perspective that could potentially grow your field of education or work or career, whatever thing that you may have going on in your life. Okay, the Empress. Where were you looking for a mother figure? Aw, Taurus. Abundance and creation. Okay, so if you're female, Taurus, you could have had a man in your life that was like this, really controlling, has lots of friends, sucked you into some drama. You're in this battle, and you could be moving towards a new male that has this energy, or if you're a female, or if you're a male, you could have had a woman that was very much into like her friends, like masculine in that like friendship. She has a lot of friends, a lot of people, and now you could be dealing with all these competitions over different suitors and things, and perhaps you win But I mean, I really don't think it's the same person. It's really not. But if it is the same person and you fight Taurus for this person and they choose you and favor you, they could change their behavior. But I mean, if this person had to put you through all of this to get them, I mean, do they really know what they want? I hope they can appreciate you afterward. But if not, if this is a new person, I hope it's a new person, someone that can really give you something to add. And this were you looking for a mother figure? Abundance and creation. So that's really good. It means that no matter how the situation will play out right now in your present, Taurus, that in the future you will have abundance and creation. There will be rebirth and creation. And there will be a person that comes... well, the Empress doesn't really always... it can be a person that has her energy. But could also... I'll just read the card. Queen Victoria held many titles, including Empress of India. Throughout her reign, her actual role changed. Towards the end, she was almost more of a figurehead than a political leader. She symbolized an era, a way of life, and a tribute to the process of the human spirit, as it was understood at that time. She was much more than a worldly leader. Likewise, in this card and title, Empress implies a political role. However, this card's true focus is the laws of the natural world and physical manifestation. That makes sense, because Taurus, you're all about the physical world. This card's true focus is the laws of the natural world and physical manifestation, so you need to focus on those connections within yourself and others. Grow that, because it's strong in you, Taurus. It really is. And the world needs that strength. This is the laws of in tarot decks, she is often linked to Mother Nature and pictured in an outdoor setting. Queen of the floral and fauna. Here we scratch a little below the surface of that serene image and access a more primal aspect of the Empress. Instead of a verdant green of nature, we have a rich red of passion, blood, and life. Cycles of life and death, of creation and destruction, of flower and seed, of moon and seasons, are intimately connected to the Empress purview, as indicated by the sign of Venus on the pillow. At her side, she is a pure feminine power, all circles, curves, extremes, and sensuality, and contrasts quite beautifully with the Emperor. Her hands indicate the roots of her power. Her right hand rests on her belly, showing us that everything she creates is part of her and comes often, painfully from her very core. Her left hand holds the heat, flame, and spark of magic, a deep connection with the very being of the universe. The appearance of the Empress promises abundance in your life. She heralds a time of creativity. You are encouraged to tap into this energy and to use it to positive advantage in your life. However, there is something very important to keep in mind while considering the act of creation. Our Empress, our Mother Nature, may manifest ultimately as a calm pastoral scene, a calming field, or a lush garden. But these soul-restoring environments were built on endless births and deaths. The process isn't always pretty. A baby may be born. A painting may emerge on a canvas, or a story may be told. It all comes from the heart of your creative being. As it fights its way into the world, expect a little bit of a mess. Okay, Taurus. Reading tip. Empress often associated with Mother Nature, but also with mothers and motherhood in general. This card can indicate your own mother It can also indicate pregnancy, especially if the Ace of Wands is also present. Ace of Wands also present. Well, you do have 5 of Wands and King of Cups. I wonder if for some of you it could be custody battle over a child. And for others of you, Taurus, I believe that you met someone that was not good, or you were in business, or maybe you had this type of energy and you had a lot of friends, or maybe it was just no one in particular, maybe it was just you, and you had a lot of friends, and this situation got terminalist. But what it's reminding of you is you're very diplomatic, Taurus. You have what it takes to aid a situation that you know will succeed. You should only fight for something that you strongly believe in and that you know will lead to your highest good, to birth and create, so to speak. Something that's more in line with what you work so hard to create. So if your presence right now, if your present situation, if you're going through this feeling of under attack, hold faith. It's not going to be forever. It won't. And when you come out of that storm, everything that was meant to die will, so that you can clear the path to grow that new types of relationships, types of career. Let me try to apply this to career. Perhaps it was a career in the past that you got, and now the scene at work is just everyone's struggling for a position. Maybe there's been a promotion and everyone's kind of, maybe it's not physically going on, although wands are very physical. So if it's not physically happening to you now, Taurus, it's very important. It could be a mental stirring, but this card leads to physical action. It means that whether you've already gone physical, it's already gotten physical, it means it will get physical at some point. It has the potential to, absolutely, has the potential to get physical. But whatever happens in the wreckage of that, you will have great and more profound understanding. And you are in line with Mother Nature and the Earth, Taurus, being a sign of the Earth. You will endure and you will survive and you will build something much better for yourself. And there will be people that will come in if you hold strong to that creative energy. Don't let this feeling, don't let this betrayal or of self or this betrayal, could be an outside or internal. Don't let this struggle get you down. Don't, because your future is wondrous. Like this card is birth, creation, life and death is in your hands. So be careful what you're fighting for. Be careful what you're fighting for. Is it just superficial? Taurus, are you being superficial? Ask yourself. Is it a superficial thing? Is it just, and everyone else is cold and just attached and you're a part of it, but you're not feeling fulfilled? Because there could be something a little more lonely or different, abnormal, that's outside of your immediate work group or friend circle. That could be a little bit different, but perhaps that's what's needed to grow you, to give you these epiphanies of new career options and love interests maybe. And but something new is coming your way. That much is clear. And I hope you make the best of it. And I hope you choose to see your past with wise and see the details and in that past figure out what it is you're willing to fight for and grab that new creative life. And with that, Taurus, this is my little thing I made for you, my little flip book. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for tuning into this tarot reading. I hope it brought you some clarification on what's going on right now, and I hope it's not as bad as it seems. And if it is, then I'm I'm wishing you all the love and light and faith through the situation right now. And you've got what it takes. And you know that, Taurus. And I believe in you. Much love to my Taurus. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time.